All right, Alex, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Personal worth. We've all questioned it. Even I have in my later years. The fact that you matter to the world. There's a Bible verse that discusses this on. Consider the ravens. They neither reap nor sow. They have neither storehouse nor barn, and yet God feeds them. Now, for those of you who don't know, a raven is a carrion bird. And a carrion bird, as you can see there, is a bird that eats roadkill. It is considered one of the most lowly birds. And in most cultures, actually, birds such as ravens and vultures, carrion birds, are associated with death. Now, you can imagine this because, of course, they're very annoying birds. They eat roadkill. They're not seen as very good. However, God says here that you are worth more. You are greater than these birds, for they have neither storehouse nor barn, and yet God feeds them. So, now if you would refer to your handout, you see a food web. Now on that food web, there are many different kinds of animals, many types of species. Now, I'm not going to brag about my drawing skills because they are not too good at all. However, you can see that the predaceous insects, if you were to take those out, then certain things that they would prey on, like the herbivore insects, would thrive and they would grow more. And the animal species who eat the predaceous insects, such as the spiders, would thus have less food because they would not be able to thrive on the predaceous insects. Thus, the population would decrease. Now, you can consider yourself the predaceous insect to the world. The world is the food web. Now, obviously, you're not getting eaten by things. However, you matter to the world. You are greater. If you were to be taken out of the world, who knows what would have happened? Now, we can go into time traveling paradoxes and such, but that's a different topic that I'm not going to go into. So, I'd like to refer to my next Bible verse, which is Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Now in this verse it says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them." Now, in this passage it's saying that God created you in his likeness. How great is that the Creator created you like him? Now, imagine your favorite sports player or your favorite rock star, whoever you can imagine, someone famous, and getting an autograph from them on some object that you would like them to autograph. That's like God's autograph, creating you in his image, making you like him. Just imagine that. You are greater. Now, I'd like to refer to, once again, another Bible verse. This one is also in Luke. And it says, Luke chapter 12, verses 6 through 7. It says, "Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? And not one of them is forgotten before God. Why, even the hairs of your head are numbered. Fear not, you are more valuable than many sparrows." Now, back in the day, 2 pennies was quite a bit more than 2 pennies nowadays, but it's still not very much. That's 3 sparrows for 2 pennies. Now, think about that. God doesn't forget a single sparrow that is sold, and they're only worth 2 pennies. He doesn't forget a single one. And you, imagine how much you would be sold as. We're not speaking in slavery terms, but if you were sold, imagine how much you would cost, how much you value. And God doesn't forget a sparrow. Why would he forget you in any way? So, I'd like to tell you about a story. Now, as I just found out here recently in the past week, many people here do not know about the famous author J.R.R. Tolkien. But for those of you who don't know, he was a famous writer in the 1900s, the 20th century, and he wrote the book series The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit and The Silmarillion, all in the same universe, but I'm going to refer to The Lord of the Rings. Now, in The Lord of the Rings, the main character is Frodo. Now, Frodo, for those of you who do not know, is a hobbit. And hobbits are short, lowly little people. They're about that tall at their maximum height. And they really like to stay secluded. They're not seen as significant at all before the happenings in the book. So then here comes Frodo, a hobbit, and he comes along. And he's chosen essentially to save the entire world, to save Middle-earth, which is their world. He's chosen to save Middle-earth, the most lowly of creatures. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were to choose a topic, if I was to choose a hero for my story, I would not choose a lowly hobbit. I would choose someone like a noble knight or a son of a king gone to save his kingdom. But no, a lowly hobbit. You are like this lowly hobbit. You may not seem as something big to this world, but you are, I guarantee. I'm going to head to my last Bible verse here, which is Psalm 139, 13 through 15. So, it says here, "For you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth." So, as you can see here, God made you, He handcrafted you from conception. So, what I want you to take away from this is the fact that you matter. Don't ever doubt that fact. You matter to the world, you matter to God, you matter to everyone here. If you weren't here, who knows what effects it could have. You matter. You are great.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. And if you